Top Fives, the show of everything. Top Fives, presented by the Sex Effects. I'm Joey Parati.
And I'm Sean Day.
And folks, we have, usually I'm bullshitting when I say we have a wonderful show in store for you this evening. I'm not tonight. I'm being completely honest and genuine with you because we have in our midst Prime Time Travvy T. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, dude. Good, man.
Thank you for joining us.
Chilling.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, and then our other host, Sean. Sean, how are you?
Oh, good, man. Good.
That's
Getting ready
great.
for Cyberpunk 2077. Yo, let's go.
Is that what you're all about right now?
Yeah. I haven't really said anything about it on the show, but yeah, I've been kind of getting ready. I've been excited for this game. So
You've been getting ready. You've been doing push-ups.
doing push-ups, y'all.
You've been
Game
doing
push-ups.
crunches.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
are there exercises gamers do, like professional gamers do for their thumbs and things like that?
I'm sure, dude.
You think there's like things
They
like
got
that?
they probably got I don't know what that is or whatever, but stress balls maybe. I don't know.
Stress
Yeah,
balls
maybe.
probably.
Rubber bands.
Man.
Like
Rubber bands, yeah, dude. Get your reflexes up.
If you take like arthritis medicine, does that count as like
that's
cheating?
a PED. Yeah, that's a performance enhancing drug.
Yeah, it is a performance enhancer, yeah. So maybe not that, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's stuff like that for professional gamers.
Man.
I mean,
Yeah,
most
there's gotta be
professional
some
gamers,
caffeine. Probably not allowed to have
Caffeine. caffeine and energy drinks.
Adderall.
That's pretty much
Adderall.
it. Lots of Adderall. Yeah, I'm sure, dude.
Glasses.
Especially
Glasses.
for those
Yeah,
young,
no
young
glasses.
gamers.
Glasses.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm excited for the show. We got a guest on today, which is great, and we've done their show before too as well, which we guest appeared upon.
Yeah.
Debatable
And,
podcast.
Debatable
Yeah.
podcast, yeah.
The sexisode.
The Sexisode, which
Man,
I actually did rewatch, and I thought that was
wonderful.
a lot of fun, guys. We had so much fun doing that show.
Hey, whenever
Especially,
you want to come back, just let us know. We got
yeah,
back on.
you kind of broke our cherry for doing like streaming, like guest streaming,
Yeah.
or being a guest on a stream show. So we were so grateful to be on that show and to I don't know, to be a part of it and just kind of meet you guys too. That was really cool. And you know, now you're on our show, so that's super
Right.
cool. Yeah.
That was that right. I agree with everything you just said. No, it's funny that you said that because I was going to make a joke about you taking my Zoom virginity.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's funny.
Yeah,
I love
dude.
this. Oh,
man.
someone in the chat, Sean, we can only hear you.
Oh no.
Thanks, Trina.
Thanks, guys. Let me
You don't need to hear us anyway.
let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This was not great content to begin with.
Let's see if it's this one. All right.
Better.
There we go. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for the technical. I think we should be coming through, guys. There we go.
I don't trust anything you say now.
I trust you.
Oh,
Also,
let's see.
Joey gives me mad Batman vibes.
Thank you.
Always, right?
Like he's always just in this dark room. He's kind of got like a suave Batman look, like Bruce Wayne.
yeah.
and like the not trusting you thing. Like I get it.
I love it.
Yeah. I brood in my dark lair.
Yeah.
And I've got like 4 computer screens that I'm constantly looking at, just all of my enemies.
Where's your butler?
Marty is asleep on the couch.
Okay,
He's
fair
a
enough.
butler
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
I set that joke up, and I was hoping you were gonna reference your dog. So, good looking out.
Hey, it all worked out. This is great. The chemistry here is just fantastic.
It is.
Marty gets so much love on the show because we actually talked about some Scorsese last week, and yeah, that was awesome, and we had to give a little mention to Marty because he's named after Martin Scorsese as well.
Yeah.
So
We talked about some Scorsese on Prime Time when Joey was a guest. So
Have you watched Goodfellas yet?
I have not.
Oh
Ooh.
man,
Is it on any streaming services?
it has to be. I don't know.
I don't believe it is.
I own that like on every format, so I'm never like hurting for it.
I feel that.
Yeah, I
need
think
to
it's on
see it.
Netflix. Yeah,
If it is, I'll watch it just for you.
Thank you. I put it on Jersey Boys, but I did fall asleep though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I have a show coming out called I Haven't Seen It, and like seen spelled SCENE. And it's gonna be me watching classic movies because I've never seen any of them, and I'm gonna review
Oh,
them.
awesome.
So
Yo.
so you
That's amazing.
guys can check that out. Probably the beginning of the year, maybe the end of this year. I'll let you guys know though.
Do you have any
Yeah, please.
movies already kind of in line or?
I think I'm gonna start if I can get it done before the end of the year, like before Christmas. I'm gonna do Home Alone first because I've never seen it.
Oh, you never seen Home
wow.
Alone. Okay.
No, I've never seen anything like anything you think I've seen, like that you think a normal human's seen. I've probably not.
It's all good.
But so that's one of them. I want to see Goodfellas. I want to see like Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah.
What's another one? Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
so I've got a podcast recommendation for you.
Sure.
Have you heard of Blank Check?
I haven't.
Okay, search Blank Check. It's this
Okay.
guy Griffin. It's a two guys, Griffin and I'm trying to remember the other guy's name, but they do they do a series of pretty much the premise of the show is they focus on a specific director for a few episodes, and the reason why they call it Blank Check is it's pretty much when the director gets that blank check, like they've done a few films before, and they've gotten some successful movies, and they're at that point where the studio can give them a check for pretty much any project they want to get into. And so that's kind of like the premise of their podcast, but they do by director. So a lot of those like Alan Silvestri or Robert Zemeckis, sorry, like his set of films like Forrest Gump and like all those, they do, do a few of them in a row. So definitely check that out. Maybe after you watch the film or whatever, because they got some cool like little tidbits and stuff. So
definitely.
But
that's
that sounds
awesome.
cool, man. I've been really into like reaction videos, and like seeing people watch something for the first time is something just so interesting about it, because you get to see their like initial. It's pure, dude. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna check that out, man, for sure.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Joey, do we have any pop culture kind of news or stuff that's kind of brewing this week?
There's been quite a few big things. Two big topics. Let's talk kind of. I don't think it's boring. I think it's fascinating. But in the news this week, Warner Brothers announced that they're dropping all 21, their entire slate of films for 2021 onto HBO Max simultaneously as they go into theaters next year. This is unprecedented. I personally think it's going to be the final death nail in theater chains.
For movie
I think theaters will continue on as more of a niche thing, but I think this is the end of like the multiplex or a cineplex, whatever you want to call it. And Christopher Nolan came out and kind of bitch slapped Warner Brothers. It was beautiful. He said all these, because, okay, here's the deal. I watched John Camp the other day and kind of got a crash course in this. So you know how they announced that Wonder Woman is dropping on Christmas Day on HBO Max at the same time. That announcement was made about a week or two before that. What happened there was Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman 2, they had deals with Warner Brothers that they would receive part of the gross. So that's why yes, we love the theatrical experience, but also you want that movie theater coin that you're entitled to, because that movie is slated to make around $1 billion, and they get a cut of that. So Warner Brothers makes them a deal and says, all right, let's project that the movie was probably going to make about this much. We'll pay you out this much. And then, okay, then they go forward. They're bummed that it's not going to be in theaters, but they go forward. What happened here was, I think it was on an earnings call or something. No one was told. None of the filmmakers, nobody was else, like none of the other, like Legendary Pictures, who they partner with and provide most of the coin for Warner Brothers production, weren't told about this. So Christopher Nolan says, all these talented people went to bed thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio in the world, and they woke up to find out they were working for the worst streaming service in the world. Love that so much. I haven't liked Chris Nolan this much since Dark Knight. You know what I mean? Like that was beautiful. Anyway, I'm giving you both kind of the news and my opinion of it. Floor is yours, gentlemen. What do you guys think about this?
Man, do you have to pay for the do you have to pay for the movie when it gets released on streaming, or like what's the
No,
deal
no,
with
no.
that?
So if
Is
you
it
have
just
HBO
available on?
Max, it's available.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
Man, I mean, I
go
don't
ahead.
know. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
The weird thing about that is that, like, I don't pay for HBO Max because my mom has HBO like in her
Same.
cable package. So like, I don't have to pay for HBO Max. So like, how are they making money? That's my question.
They're
Like,
hoping this will up the subscriptions.
More
got you.
people
I get
subscribing.
no. Okay, I get
Okay.
you. I get you. I get you because that makes sense. I mean, I'm not against it. I think that movies are becoming an antiquated thing anyway, just as like the movie theaters, like the cinematic experience, all that. I like it. I like going to the movies. I like going to see stuff in theaters. But like at the same time, I'm not mad that companies are making a decision in the middle of a pandemic to continue growing their business so that if this happens again, that they don't have to worry about it. I'm not
That's very
not
fair.
angry at it.
Hell yeah.
I kind of feel the same way because, like, I mean, what else are they gonna do? Like, for the countries like closed still, they're gonna have to like delay all their movies again. So
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
see they're put in this position now where it's like maybe we just need to obviously make this for the rest of our movies. We can put this out and have this model for. Is it for the year, or like are they saying like this is from now on, or like?
I mean, they're not saying it's for now on, but it sets a precedent. And I could see this being the way not only Warner Brothers, but the other studios conduct business from here on out. I agree with you
I
guys.
see.
I think it makes sense in 2020, especially and forward. But like, man, like if like let's say like the movie Dune, right? Not looking, I don't care, but a lot of people are really excited for Dune, and the director, you know, thought he was setting up a franchise, and that franchise isn't going to happen unless it does go into theaters and make a ton of money, but it's not going to do that now. I don't know. It's those kind of weird, like,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that we're getting this shit the same day. Like, yeah, that's cool. But my heart kind of breaks for everyone
Oh
else
yeah.
involved, you know?
That and yeah, I miss going to the movies, man. I was just thinking the other day, I was just like, I can't remember I can't remember the last movie I saw in theaters, like
Yeah.
that I can remember now.
1917.
Is that the last one? Yeah,
Yeah.
probably around that time, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, so far I've been, I consume a lot of streaming stuff. I have HBO Max, and I've watched the shows that they release on there, and I think it's. I was talking to my roommates about that. I talked to my roommates, hey, they're releasing Wonder Woman like on HBO. Would you guys want to watch it all together? And we got pretty stoked for that. So it's just like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
but I miss going to theaters. I miss hanging out with friends and doing that. And it's a sad thing to think like that. This could be like this could be the death of the movie theater, or at least like bigger chain movie theaters.
Yeah.
I could see if we have like a vaccine, or like the pandemic slowly kind of goes away, hopefully in the next year or whatever. I could see like kind of more smaller chain theaters, kind of pop up, and that could be a thing. But I don't know, man. I don't know how it's going to be. I
Yeah.
guess we'll have to see how this model and how people are accepting it or receiving it, and kind of the are their subscriptions going to go up? Who knows?
I
We'll
love
see.
to receive it, but that's just I'm getting a little too personal there.
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, that was pretty big. Chris Nolan, though, I was just so taken aback because he's so proper. I make
Oh,
films
proper.
that you view
Yeah.
in the cinema. So
He's
that was pretty cool.
he's all about preserving, the film, the film industry, right? And
Yeah.
theaters especially, I've seen a lot of his
Wow.
films in theaters, like, that's the thing too, being hyped for that, and seeing, having that kind of like together experience, you know, everyone in the theaters, you know, like watching like Avengers, like the, you know, like the Avengers movies, and like seeing, you know, that's what I miss about it the most is having that kind of interaction with people. So
Yeah.
but I do like watching movies in my own space too. I don't know.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna say in your underwear. I
In
was
my
gonna say,
underwear,
me
yeah.
too. Yeah.
In my just my underwear, I guess.
Hell yeah. The other bit of news, pop culture news, which is I think pretty huge. It does sound like Spider-Man 3 is gonna bring back Jamie Foxx as Electro, Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane, Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker Spider-Man, and Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker Spider-Man. This is pretty wild. It's kind of what Warner Brothers announced with their Flash movie with Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck coming back, although we'll see if that actually happens. This is actually happening and shooting, and I'm a little floored as a Spider-Man fan. I don't know what to think.
Yeah, I don't know either. Actually, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think my concern is just how you're going to fit all these characters in a movie and not make it like super crowded. And
Yeah.
you know, I love the Into the Spider-Verse movie, which was, you know, it's one of my favorite animated films, and you know, they found a good way to get like those different versions of Spider-Man to have their moments to kind of work together, but also not take away from the main story of Miles Morales. And you know, that's I guess my concern with these announcements is like, damn, that's a lot of people. Like, how are we gonna
There's a
like
lot of motherfuckers.
incorporate all these characters in there, but also keep the main focus of Tom Holland's Spider-Man character and his kind of progression in the story? So yeah, I don't know. It piques my interest though. That'd be super cool to have like those other Spider-Mans in there, which would be cool. So I don't know.
So you forgot one kind of big name in there too. Charlie
Oh, did
Cox
I?
is returning as Daredevil.
That's right. That was later today. They announced
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Is he?
Man.
Oh,
And
that makes
so-
me excited.
I've seen a lot of rumors that this movie isn't what we think this movie is going to be, but this movie is going to set up the movie we think it's going to be.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So they think like this is supposed to directly tie in like instantaneously into the Doctor Strange multiverse
of
movie.
Madness.
Yeah, that movie, which will then like give us the fourth Spider-Man movie will be the movie we think it is. This is.
Got you.
Wow.
If that's the case,
I believe they're setting
all
up
for that.
Sinister Six to take on the three Spider-Man.
Man.
Ooh, shit. Damn, that sounds so cool.
Yeah. Which I could also see that being four Spider-Man. I could see Miles Morales making his first appearance.
I could see
Get
that.
him money right now.
Hell
Man.
yeah, dude. Oh, I like that though. I think that if it's gonna go down like that, I think I would be more you know, a go for it, because I think
Here's how you
setting up
win
that
me over
movie,
completely. You let Sam Raimi direct that fourth one. Could you
Ooh,
imagine?
have him come back and direct? Ooh.
Let him do his thing.
Is it true he didn't want to use the Venom character in the
Yeah, he
third
hated
movie?
Venom.
So, but that's my issue is I think that they're going to put Tom Hardy's Venom
character in there, huh?
Man,
as part of the
maybe.
Sinister Six. And I feel like he's going to be like, nah, I don't want to make another Venom movie.
Man, that's
Shit.
wild.
I'm like thinking, what are we gonna
now,
do?
yeah, now I'm right.
Because you've got like the Morbius movie coming out, you've got the Craven movie, and it seems like if this is going to go well, they're going to tie it all in together.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
shit. Okay.
Shit.
Yeah.
But
my mind's-
also, it could just be a movie like the multiverse thing could just be a way to cut Spider-Man out of the MCU.
Ooh, okay.
Give him back to Sony.
Yeah,
Give him back. Yeah. I can see
That's
that.
good
but
call,
either way, I mean, you could do both. To be honest, you could do whatever you want, but yeah,
it's
Damn.
clearly a lucrative working relationship between Disney and Sony, but I don't know how long they're both going to want to split.
well, I would say they broke
50-50.
up. They broke up earlier this year, right?
Yeah.
And then
They
came
got
back
back
together.
together.
So, yeah.
If they break up again and get back together again, I'm just going to be like, enough. You two
Enough,
need to
dude.
stay apart. Yeah, man, that's wild. Now man, okay,
Yeah, I'm
you've got
starting
me
to think
thinking
now.
a lot.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going down rabbit holes in my nerd brain.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Here's the one I keep seeing online, and they're like, bring Bruce Campbell back to cameo. That would just be just so good. That would be fucking cool. I
Why
don't know.
not?
Why
Why
not?
not?
You know? I already brought JJ or what's
Yeah.
his name? JK Simmons back.
Yeah.
So now I know you're not a big movie guy. Are you up on like Spider-Man or the MCU and all that kind of stuff? Or?
No.
No,
So
no.
Spider-Man, I would say he's my second favorite superhero. I've seen all of the Raimi trilogy. I've seen the Andrew Garfield two
The two
movies.
movies, right?
Yeah.
And then I've not seen anything from Tom Holland because I've not seen enough of the MCU. I feel like I should watch the MCU the proper way and not jump right to, oh, Spider-Man, I'm going to watch this. You know what I mean? I feel like it's important to watch it the way it's supposed to be seen. Like, I'm real into like canonical order and stuff like that. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
currently
that is
watching
a lot of movies.
Yeah, I'm currently watching the DC animated universe from like the 90s and early 2000s, but I'm watching it in like production order, not like
That's
not release
awesome.
order, because it's supposed to tell like an overarching story kind of throughout the whole thing.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm similar to how the MCU does. Like, you know what I mean? If you watch them in the order they're supposed to go in, it's supposed to tell an overall story.
My
Yeah.
roommate did the same thing last month. She watched like all of them, but in this very specific order. I think it's
Yeah.
had something to do with like because there's like the end credit scenes, so you can
Okay.
watch them in a very specific order, so the end credit scenes kind of make sense and they're kind of more in order.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know the order. There's a lot of movies in that, but yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'm sure. Yeah, maybe for your other show, like that could be definitely a thing you could get into. I'm sure a lot of
Yep.
yeah, that's the whole thing right there.
Yeah,
Man,
definitely.
that'd be what 25 weeks of show. How many months?
That's a lot. That's a lot of movies.
So many.
Yeah.
That's 2
That's
years.
That's 25 weeks.
No, God.
It's half a year.
What is wrong
6
with
months.
me? Yeah.
Just under
I'm not a
6
math
months.
guy. I like words, but I'm really bad with numbers.
I feel that.
So show is called Top Fives. We have some lists tonight. Gents, would you like to get into some lists?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Like Travvy, Prime Time T.
Whatever you want to call me.
Yeah.
Travis, Travvy, Prime Time, Travvy T, whatever you want to call me.
I mean, I kind of like Prime Time. That's I feel
Prime
feel
Time.
like it's just, we're
Yeah,
like
let's do it.
this is awesome. Yeah. All right. Would you like to go first, my friend?
Yeah, which one do you want to do?
Your choice, sir.
All right, let's do animated characters just because I was just talking about the DCAU. So
Right on.
So I gotta say this was hard for me. So I've got some honorable mentions. I don't want to exclude anybody here, but first off is Scooby-Doo from Scooby-Doo.
Ooh,
Just
that's
because I
Scooby-Doo?
think like just the iconic, just the iconic character. You know what I mean? Like he did whodunits better than anybody
Honestly.
in
True, man,
animated
yeah.
form. You know what I mean? Like, and and he's been able to reinvent himself. Obviously, the character has been reinvented over and over, but still stayed true to its roots. So I respect that. Goliath from Gargoyles.
Ooh, Gargoyles. Nice.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It's one of my favorite shows, but I feel like Goliath is too understanding or too gullible. That's the word. Like he wants to
Yeah.
believe in the goodness of people, and it usually gets him in trouble. So that's why he couldn't get on the main list. And then Arnold from Hey Arnold.
Oh, Hey
One
Arnold.
of my
Love it.
favorite kids shows. Like I'll still watch it to this day. It holds up. Not a lot of like kids cartoons do. Hey Arnold does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time.
Getting into my top 5 though is Mulan from Disney's Mulan. My
Ooh,
favorite Disney movie of all time. And even when I was a kid, this was my favorite. And then as an adult, it kind of like dawned on me that it's like all about feminism and like anything a man can do, a woman can do. And like, I really I rocked with that. So I was like, okay, I like that. I like what she stands for. I like that she went out of her way to put herself in danger to save her dad, and then put herself in danger again to save her country. Like the obstacles that she had to face just kept multiplying.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that how they put that together. Next up is another icon, Bugs Bunny from
Bugs
Looney
Bunny,
Tunes.
dude.
I think he
Yeah.
does like just physical comedy in a cartoon. He's done it the best. Like there's no because like there's a lot of times you'll watch a cartoon and it's real campy or corny, but Looney Tunes hold up. Like you can watch Looney Tunes now and you're like, this is still funny. Like this is great. Number 3 is Hank Hill from King of the Hill.
Ooh, nice. King of the Hill. Nice.
Yep.
All right.
King of the Hill is my favorite adult cartoon, like adult comedy cartoon, because I think the trope with adult comedy cartoons is that they do all this unrealistic stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And with King of the Hill, it could have been a sitcom and like nothing would have changed. Not one single scene would have changed. Like it could have been exactly what it was. This one was hard though because I wasn't sure if I was going to pick Hank or Cotton, his dad, because his dad's hilarious. But I think Hank overall as a character is just better. Next up is Batman. But specifically from the DC animated movie universe. So the one that just wrapped with Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I just watched that.
I haven't seen those.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like, yeah. It's the movie I just said is the best animated movie I've ever seen.
Damn.
Hands
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
say it here.
What's it called again? Justice League.
It's Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. So basically, it was their end game for their cinematic universe that was animated, and it starts with that universe starts with Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox, and goes till this movie, and it's just everything about it is just great, and it focuses around John Constantine, which I'm not a big fan of his as a character, but they made me a huge fan by the end of it. So, because like when I realized that this is who we're like, because like within the first 10-15 minutes, you realize like who the focus is going to be on. You're like, and then but at the end, I was like, I don't want to do this. But by the end, it was great. And then lastly, this person had, in my opinion, the greatest character arc ever. Ever. Animated, not animated, whatever. From season 1 to the end of season 3, Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender had the best character arc ever, and I will argue with anybody that Avatar: The Last Airbender is about Zuko and not Aang.
Hey, okay.
I think Zuko's the main character.
I can see that.
That's my top 5.
Nice.
That's a very good.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
Very diverse in different shows too. I like that.
Yeah, I try to keep it diverse.
I haven't gone down that Batman rabbit hole of those newer animated films, but you've sold me.
You got to watch them.
I think that might be my viewing tonight after this. That's awesome. Hell yeah, I like it. Jonathan.
Yeah. Let's see. I got some of mine are just kind of based off of just like characters I remember the most, like growing up, maybe. So I'm gonna go number 5, dude. SpongeBob SquarePants, dude.
All right.
And like, I mean, I remember when the show came out and the character was just so laughable and funny, and he never took himself seriously, and he just like did so much stuff. Like he almost like was a helping character in a way too, like with the other characters in the show. But I don't know. I loved how goofy he was, and he just made me laugh so much, and he just gave me so much joy. Even as an adult now, when I watch some of the SpongeBob SquarePants, like some of the older episodes, it's just like so much fun to watch. And the guy who voiced even the voice actors too behind some of the characters are just so animated, and they give so much care to those characters. So I'm gonna go SpongeBob SquarePants for 5. Number 4, going with the Nickelodeon. We're gonna go Doug Funny.
Yes.
Okay.
From Doug, and I guess Doug Funny / Quail Man, with his other
Ooh.
identity there. So
you're a Nickelodeon Doug guy.
I guess I am. Yeah. I mean, I
Okay.
grew up on Nickelodeon.
OG.
I guess that's
Okay.
OG Nickelodeon shows.
I'm guessing I'm younger than you then, because I'm a Disney Doug guy.
Disney.
And
Oh yeah.
Mike and Damone over Undebatable give me so much shit about it. Like,
It's all good, man. Hey, we're talking about the character. I love Doug Funny. He's such a down earth, kid, but he's still he's still young. Still has a young mind, and the way he kind of hangs out with his friends, and I think that's what was. Maybe I related a little bit more to him as I was growing up. Maybe that was kind of the thing with him, and yeah, I love the show, and for the kind of like the Nickelodeon run, I just thought it was really it had a lot of heart in it, and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, Doug Funny for number 4.
Love that.
So my next one is kind of an anime character, but I really like this character, and I think they do him justice all the time. There's a show that I really love called Cowboy Bebop, and the main character, Spike Seagull, is just one of my favorite animated characters. If you guys haven't seen the show, it's I think a 26 episode anime. It's pretty much takes place in like the future where we've colonized other planets, and humans are living in Mars and that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And Spike Seagull is just this he's just really cool character. He's always smoking a cigarette, and he's got he's always got this like pinstripe suit on, and he's wild hair, and he's good at like kung fu and all sorts of stuff. But he's pretty much a bounty hunter in the show, and he joins forces with other bounty hunters throughout the show. And I don't know, maybe I'm going on the cool factor with this one. He's just a really cool character. He even you never see him lose his cool in a way. Like he's just always, he's never, you never see him like angry or like distraught. Like he stays at that same level, but also he's just such a heightened character throughout the show. And he always kind of comes back with like kind of smart ass remarks. And
you said how many episodes was it?
It's 26 episodes. It's a very short series.
Really? Because it played when I was a kid. It played on Toonami, which was Toonami, Saturday. Yeah, it played all the time. Like I never
all the time, dude.
got into it, but like it was every day it was on. Like every time Toonami was on, it was on.
Yeah, it's 26 episodes. Like
that was shocking.
It's like it's very I would say, I don't know if you guys have been watching like The Mandalorian or like any of those kind of shows, but like it's per episode there's like it's very like standalone kind of episode, but there are like little things that kind of go towards the main arc of the story. So I do like it where you're not like super lost in trying to keep up with like the main story, but you get these like little moments where it builds a lot of character development between the crew and these different bounty hunters. And Spike he's just so cool. He's just like one of my cool, he's just so cool, dude. So, but yeah, so Spike Seagull for number 3. We go number 2, Finn from Adventure Time. I'm a huge Adventure Time fan, and I remember watching the show I don't know, it's been like a few years, but like when I first watched the show, I was like, oh, this is just gonna be a silly animated show, and it's like a lot deeper than I thought it was, as far as what the kind of topics they're talking about within the film or within the show. And Finn is the only human, I guess. I don't want to spoil anything, but he is considered the only human on Earth, and there's all these other wacky characters, like all these candy characters that are like alive, and the world they live in is just so wacky. But I always love Finn because he is that kind of like the connection to the audience. He's this kind of outsider guy growing up in this new kind of like apocalyptic world. And so you kind of relate to him, and you kind of see things through his eyes, and he's just a fun character. And he's a fun guy. So number 2, Finn. And I'm gonna say I have a Batman one on here for my number 1. It's the Joker from the Batman animated series.
Okay.
Played by Mark Hamill, or voiced by Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Which I can kind of only see. I mean, there's a lot of great Joker. There's a lot of people have played Joker, but I don't know. Mark Hamill just always finds a way to like really bring that character to life with his voice acting. And he's just so, I mean, everything you can think of as the Joker in the animated series, you know, he's just, you know, devious. He's slightly funny at times, but dark. And, you know, there's so many things that he can do. And yeah, he's probably one of my favorite characters from the animated series, from Batman animated series. So that is my five.
Not a bad
guys.
one.
Very good.
bad.
I liked it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like you're firing shots at me, putting a Batman thing for your number one. Who you think you are, dude?
I still love the Joker, man. Although I gotta find a way to watch the animated series. Joey, do you have
DC Universe?
DC Universe is where you
Yeah.
can watch the. Okay,
You can also
cool.
watch. You can also watch Justice League: Dark Apocalypse War on DC Universe.
Oh, okay.
Hell
Yeah, I've been-
But only for a
wanting to
only
rewatch
for
the
a short
series.
time. Only for a short time. They're about to
Got
switch
you.
to being a comic book only platform, and
Oh, I
HBO Max
see.
is going to take them. So I don't know if
That's
they're going to
gonna-
get everything that's on there, but like,
Got you. Okay,
yeah.
that's good to know. All right, Joey. What's your top five?
Let's go. This was tough.
Yeah.
I want to go Randall from the Clerks cartoon.
That's right, they did a cartoon.
The very, very short-lived. They made 6 episodes, only 2 premiered, and in fact, they had their pilot episode, and the second episode was a flashback episode or a clip show. You know, like very funny joke, but ABC actually premiered the clip show, the flashback show, as the first episode. Didn't make any sense.
Oh, what?
And people were like, what? This doesn't make any sense. And then they aired one more episode and then canceled it and didn't play the other 4. But Kevin Smith put all 6 out on DVD. They're fantastic. They're hilarious. And Randall works so well as a cartoon character. He is completely stupid, but also at the same time completely sure of himself. And it's so charming isn't exactly the right word, but it's somewhere around there. And that voice, it's just, he doesn't care, you know. It's very good. So yeah, Clerks cartoon. It's not very, very well seen. Check it out. Number 4, Arnold from Hey Arnold.
Hey.
Love Arnold. That show that hit like at the perfect time. I think we were maybe 4th grade, 5th grade. I don't know. It just felt right.
I was like 4, 5.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, I don't know. He's got the coolest room ever.
He does.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I've always wanted that. Just pull it down from the ceiling, jump up those stairs. Yeah. The episode where they rescue the turtle, like the fact that how good he is with his grandparents. It's so good. Like how he is with Stoop Kid, or didn't Andy Dick play a character named Monkey Man or some bullshit like that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Arnold is just like, he makes connections with all these kind of outsiders.
Pigeon Man too, I think.
Yes. Oh my God, you're bringing me back. Yeah. It's just such a fantastic show. I think maybe my favorite episode was there was that day where like the 6th graders, I guess, if they were 5th, would beat them up as soon as school ended, and so they had to like disperse and run away.
Trash can day.
Oh my God, yes.
Whoa.
And
okay.
Fantastic. That's a deep pull. And then they go to the dumps, and like not there's like a old car underneath this mound of garbage, and they knock on it, and some kid opens up the door and it goes down into a secret layer, and I'm like, I want this. I
Yeah.
want this for us. It's so cool. But yeah, that's like it's a very kind of romanticized what life is like growing up in a city, but didn't really grow up in the city, so I don't know what that's like. You son of a bitch. I also put Joker for I put it for number 3.
Okay.
I'll change it to Batman though. You've heaped praise far enough on Joker and put him at number 1. I'm putting him at number 3, so I'm going to put Batman instead, but it's the Kevin Conroy animated universe Timverse version. When I think of Batman, this is what I think of. When I'm reading a comic book, this is whose voice I hear in my head.
Yeah.
I love that the animated series approach to Bruce Wayne and Batman is compassion first. He is a deeply caring person. He's not this psychotic, he's obsessive, but he's not to the point of being like a weird recluse. Like he jokes around with Dick Grayson and they have like a good loving relationship until Bruce Timm got weird near the end there and made it all. But the way he is with Alfred is very warm. Like all the characters care about each other. And it's where the comics are always Batman's dark, Batman's for adults, and it's just like Batman's for all ages, and that's what the
Definitely.
animated series gets right, just on the 100%. Yeah,
I will say it was hard for me to pick between the animated series Batman and the movie series Batman, like the animated movies, because they're so close, neck and neck.
Man, I gotta check these movies out then.
You do.
Yeah,
it's up there. They're
man, right on. Okay. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Number 2, I'm gonna go the genie from Aladdin, as voiced by Robin Williams.
That's a good one.
Nice.
This is the first one that popped into my head. It still makes me cry. When he's like, I'm free. I'm like, yeah, you are, Robin. And yeah, he's so good. It's you're taking Robin Williams stand up and animating it. I can't think of a more like I could. Can someone do that? Can someone on YouTube just take a Robin Williams stand-up special and just animate it with the genie?
I love that. I will find someone on Fiverr and pay them to do this.
Yes, please. I'll chip in like at least $10.
All right.
I want
We should
this
get
to happen.
on Fiverr. We should be able to get something good for $20. Like,
hell yeah. I'm into this idea. I think this needs to happen. Fucking and number 1, Doug Funny.
Doug for 1. All right.
Doug Funny. He's one. It's just a really classy. It's
I love that.
It's so good. It's so good. And then like the intro, it's just a line, and he can lasso it. It creates like kind of portals and stuff. He's got his dog Pork Chop, and I've got Marty. But he's just a guy who is always daydreaming, and he gets lost in his daydreams. That's what I've always loved about Doug, is that he's walking down the street and he sees something, and then you see his imagination, and then next thing you know, he's like getting hit by a car because he's not paying attention because he's living in the daydream. I'm like, that's me. Like my mind is constantly just being like, hey, let's do this, and you're like, so I've always loved, and I think Doug is just one of those like perfect characters. That's what a great thing to have, a protagonist who just has this active imagination, and yeah, very, very close to my heart. Doug Funny.
Doug Funny.
Doug Funny.
Nice.
Go Nickelodeon
y'all?
Nickelodeon version.
Yeah, I'm about to hunt for some Hey Arnold and Doug Funny, man. Like,
I think they're both on, or they were both on Hulu. I don't know if they were
both. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. Still though.
Yeah, because
I'm
Disney
like,
owns Hulu, so I don't know if they're like.
oh, I see.
Yeah, but if not, CBS All Access would have it probably.
Would have it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's Viacom. So
I would just love to rewatch
Man.
some of these shows, man, because I think they would be. I feel like I would enjoy them even more, like as an adult.
I
And
love Hey Arnold still to this day. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
I could sit down and watch that and not get bored. And I've seen every episode like 100 times, so like whatever.
It's so good. It's so good.
It really is.
I threw on Doug a couple months ago, I think, maybe during the election to like get my mind off the election.
Yeah.
And it holds up. It's very good. But yeah,
There you go.
Animated characters, y'all.
There we go. One list down, ladies and gents. Next on our list, Super Smash Brothers characters. This is also very exciting to me. Prime Time, would you like to take it away again?
Sure, yeah. I'll preface this with saying that I am not a pro Smash Brothers player by any means. I'm not a pro gamer, but I grew up with Smash Brothers, starting with like Melee on the GameCube. I wasn't a 64 guy. I know that's weird to everybody, but I think it missed my generation. Like I was just a little too young for it.
Do you mind me asking what year were you born?
96.
96. Okay.
So,
We're
yeah.
89.
Okay, so you were like, what was that, 31? You're the same
31,
age as Damone and Mike and all of them. So and Keith
okay.
and yeah, so that makes sense.
We're old.
Yeah, basically. The Nickelodeon Doug thing. The Nickelodeon Doug thing kind of just I was just like, oh, okay. You're one of those.
We're old.
Okay.
Oh god.
But yeah, I think that so my number 5 is Roy, who was in Melee, and then he took a couple games off, and then he came back for Ultimate. He's a Fire Emblem Swords character, like swordsman. He's the one with the red hair for all of you that don't know, because there's about 400 of the Fire Emblem characters now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, he was one of the originals. It was him and Marth, and then he got taken away and replaced by Ike. So if Roy wasn't in the game, I played as Ike because they play very similarly. They're a little bit more power-based than speed. Next up, which power-based instead of speed, you'll notice is not my general go-to. But next up is Sheik. So in the old games, it was Sheik and Zelda. I never played as Zelda. I would immediately, like, because you had to start as Zelda, and then I would immediately just, like, do the beat down so I could switch to to Sheik.
Yeah.
And then never would ever use Zelda. Like, I don't know why. For whatever reason, I just never learned the character. Then number 3 is Luigi. Luigi to me is a character that's like, he's not that good, but he outlasts everybody. Like, it's hard to beat him. Like, he just takes punishment and just keeps coming forward. Like,
and he's got that float about him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, he just kind of it's hard to knock him off the stage. Like, he absorbs damage. Next up is number 2, Kirby. Kirby to me is one of the most disrespectful characters in the game. Like, you can do, like, even if you just stay in base form Kirby, it's really difficult to beat. Like, I would recommend novice players, like first time players, playing with Kirby because it's easy to get used to.
Yeah.
And really difficult to disable, I guess. You use the beat down like it comes like he becomes like a tissue box or a rock or whatever. Yeah. And you could just sit there like that.
Yeah. Take damage.
They can't, yeah, right. Like, but like, you're not gonna get knocked down. Like, you're not, like, because once they knock you out of it, you just like pop up, and then you can eat them, and that's where it becomes even more difficult because now you get some of their moves. Like, it's crazy. And lastly, the greatest Super Smash Brothers character by a lot, not even close to these other people, is Fox McCloud. I think he balances the speed and the power, because you can go and you can kind of stick and move and like be in and out and not have any issues. But at the same time, you can be kind of cheap and go in and steal kills when you see someone has a lot of damage and just smash on the GameCube days, smash the C stick. Or I still use the GameCube controller on my Switch, but
It's the best one.
it definitely is. So you smash your C stick over or up, or any C stick move from Fox is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
I like that.
Right on. That's a
Yeah.
good list. It's a very good list.
Considering the moves too, I like how you considered the move sets and kind of the advantages that each character has, for sure.
I was like, well, Yoshi's green. I like green.
Green, and you can lick stuff, I guess. I don't know.
I do like. Never mind. Jonathan.
Same.
Yeah.
Shawnee, would you like to go next? Would you like I to go next?
I guess I'll go next.
Alrighty.
5. I got Mario. Got Mario. I love his up. Is it like up B where he like punches you?
Yeah.
And, like, you can hit the coins or whatever.
Yeah.
So
he's got the does he have the fireballs? He does have the fireballs from what I remember.
That was just his regular B.
That was his regular B
yeah.
move. And then the down B move where he like spins around was always really cool because you could spin the person around and like shoot him up and kind of do some more combos
that's the
that way.
cape too, right?
I think so.
So
that he would like do this.
I would say whatever the cape move was, I was thinking it was the same thing, but I could be wrong. But I was say that projectile, like if you shot at him like with a gun or something, like he would just shoot it back at you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you timed it correctly.
Those kind of moves I really like in some of the characters because they can maybe not have like too much strong moves as far as like attack moves, but they can have some like defensive moves.
Yeah,
that really kind of put them forward. So yeah, Mario for number 5. Number 4, I've got this is actually a new kind of newish character, the Sonic the Hedgehog character.
Okay,
which was introduced in I think it was the Wii version.
Yep.
Or
Brawl.
Brawl. Yep.
Brawl, right? When I first started using him, he's just so fast that you would just like fall off the map sometimes because he just like runs so fast. But once you get used to him, he's got some really cool moves, and I love the one where you can charge him up and he can kind of like spin and you can kind of like move him around while he's spinning. So I always felt like that was fun. That was easy to get like some hits on some people. And maybe I picked him because he's just so fast, and he's kind of the most agile kind of character that I can think of. And I grew up playing like Sonic the Hedgehog games, so it was a pretty like big thing when he came to like the Smash Brothers world, and you're able to like play this.
It was huge, yeah.
And then you have his maps and stuff, and so it was such a huge thing for Smash Brothers when he became part of the roster. So I'm gonna go Sonic for that. Number 3, I do have Fox on here as well, for probably all the reasons you've said. He's got some great moves, some defensive moves. He's got like that, I forgot what the move is called, but where he kind of dashes and you can kind of like do those. And again, he's kind of like one of those fast, quick characters, but he has a good combination of defensive and offensive moves. And I think that's why I've always gravitated towards him, because I just like how he plays, and he's just so agile, and he can do a lot of cool damage to a lot of people. So yeah, definitely Star Fox for the win, dude.
Hell yeah.
Number 2, I've got Marth, which I kind of struggle with these characters because I do kind of bounce around the Marth and Roy and all those guys, but
yeah.
I think Marth I played the most out of those Fire Emblem characters, and I do like the sword kind of characters. It just reminded me of like old like RPG kind of games and like those type of fantasy games. But again, a lot of power in like those characters. They have a lot of like charge up moves, and Marth specifically has his charge up move. And I think I played like as Link a few times, and that's probably why I transitioned pretty well to his character as a swordsmith or whatever. So yeah, number 2 for Marth. And then my number one, which was another later edition, but he is my character that I play with now with the current Smash Brothers games. It's Solid Snake from the
Okay.
Metal Gear
Ooh.
series. I don't know. There's just something about Solid Snake. He could throw grenades. He could shoot like missiles. He's got like some really good his like up B. He's got like a really good up B move, so you can really, if you're falling off the stage, you can kind of get back. He's got like this, I don't know, it's like a, I don't know what it is. Like it's not a hang glider, but he could kind of like, he's got a good up B move. So, you know, you
It's
feel
like
like
a drone.
drone or something. Yeah, drone. And but yeah, he's really, I really like him. And his like side A, like charge up move is really strong. And I've gotten so good at playing with him that, you know, I could time it just right that I can, you know, I can get someone and kind of blast them off the stage. So and I love the Metal Gear series. I played, you know, most of the games in the Metal Gear series, and you know, Solid Snake was another like surprise edition. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe they added this character like to this game. Like, and I can't believe he's gonna be playing against like Mario and like all these other characters. So yeah, Solid Snake for my number one for sure, guys. That's
Wow.
that's my 5 right there.
That was
That
diverse.
almost-
I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
like the Sonic
you know,
and the Snake.
that's how I play too. I try to pick, like, if I'm gonna switch up characters, I'm gonna try to pick someone that I'm not like as used to, or maybe like their play
Yeah.
styles like a little bit different. Like more close quarters, or someone who's like more you know, kind of a, you know, long range kind of character or whatnot. You know, it's cool
Yeah.
to play them all. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Joey, now I'm curious about yours, dude.
Can I just say it feels a little disrespectful that you chose a non-Nintendo character for your number one.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it feels a little sacrilegious.
Just a little bit.
He's the guy I play the most, man.
You're a blasphemer, motherfucker,
Solid
but I
Snake,
forgive
dude.
you.
Nintendo, please
Alright.
forgive me, guys.
I haven't really cared for a Smash Brothers since Melee, but I loved Melee. So all of this whole list is Melee.
That's fair.
Ooh,
Number 5, I'm gonna go Bowser.
Really?
Um,
Okay.
Bowser, yeah.
He had that boom kind of stomp, but you could also like grab people and then like go off the map, and like, you know, sure, you were killing yourself, but you're also killing your enemies, so it worked out. You know, it just like, if you could spare a life and you needed that one last one, you know, it was like, all right, I guess it's a little cheap way to win, but
Yeah. Hey.
do that. Why not? Number 4, Yoshi.
Because he's green.
Because he's
Because he's green.
And he licks
And,
stuff.
and he
Yeah.
licks stuff, and he has eggs. I like eggs.
Poops out eggs.
I like poop. And sorry. But yeah, did you have to do the there were the mini games in Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
There's the one where you had to, like, with Yoshi, have a baseball bat and hit a bag, some kind of bag, like a long bag with a face, and see how far it go.
Yeah, it was a home run contest.
The home run contest, thank you. But yeah, so like I got to love Yoshi playing that over and over and over and over again, trying to
I forgot about that.
I think you unlocked some character if you
If you did it
got
with
at
Yoshi.
a certain length. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was the way you unlock characters in that game was so weird.
I prefer that though than like, all right,
I do
pay
too.
us more money and you can get these new,
100%.
you know,
Yeah.
I hate DLC. I mean, I like it. I'm like, there's more game out there. Yeah, I'll fork over some more money, but I wish I didn't. Number 3, Young Link.
Okay.
Ooh.
Young, not Toon Link.
They didn't have Toon Link yet in Melee.
Okay, I couldn't remember which one came first.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, because Wind Waker came out after Smash Brothers Melee,
Oh, okay.
and that's where Toon Link came out.
That's
I
where
think.
Toon Link
Gotcha.
comes from.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Young Link's great. I like that he has kind of the same moveset as regular size Link, but he's smaller, so you can kind of maneuver around the other characters a bit easier, so yeah. Number 2, Captain Falcon. Who doesn't love Falcon Punch? I love that shit. Because it takes so long for him to charge up his fucking punch that when you do connect and punch someone off the map, that is one of the most satisfying Smash Brothers moments there is. It's great.
But it only is effective like 8% of the time, though.
This is true.
I think we should preface that.
Yeah. But when you do, man,
it is a pretty powerful charge up move for sure.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It might be the most powerful.
Yeah,
it might be.
I gotta look up like who has the most. I've never done that. Like, who has like the strongest moves, like power set or whatever, out of all of them. I feel like they try to keep it as even as possible, but they're all kind of knacky, right? Some of those power moves.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know a lot of people throw a fit about Fox because he's fast, strong, and has defense. So it's a cheap character.
Yeah.
So basically, if a lot of like competitive people will be like, if one person plays with Fox, we both have to play as Fox.
Oh, I can see that.
Because but
Fox. Yeah, he's oh man, Falcon Punch though.
Falcon Punch. Number 1, I'm gonna go Dr. Mario.
Ooh, Dr. Mario. Okay.
And here's my little thing, because again, I love Batman. I would switch his color so that his coat was black and it looked like he was wearing a cape. It's kind of the same moveset as Mario. I think obviously Mario is kind of the generic kind of default character to be for Smash Brothers, and I feel like he's very versatile and you can do a lot with him. So usually 7-8 times out of 10 I'm Dr. Mario in the black coat. There we go. And I think when he punches up, it's not coins but pills.
Yeah.
Pills, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's
Very interesting choice there.
That's fun. Mario likes to party. So yeah. Those are my top 5.
Nice, dude.
There we go.
Nice.
Dr. Mario.
Yeah.
Dr. Mario
was shocking too, but I loved it.
Thank you. I almost went with Ness instead of Yoshi.
Oh, I actually remembered one that I've snubbed here. And to be honest, it probably would go into my number 3 spot if I could have thought of it. So Donkey Kong.
I wrestled with Donkey Kong as well.
Because Donkey Kong is similar to Bowser in the fact that you could just grab him and run off the edge with them, or throw them and then use your is it B down or A down where he's just smacking the ground and you can't grab the edge.
Man.
There's some strategy for sure in Smash Brothers for sure.
There is.
I brought my Wii home from my parents after Thanksgiving. I might have to actually hook it up tonight and like pop in Smash Brothers now.
I have a Wii too. I might have to do it.
Man, let's get on their non-existent online play and and fight each other. Hell yeah. Good list, guys. This was fun.
Little gaming, little animated characters. Love it.
Little things. After our list, we like to kind of share like if we have something kind of cool that we've either seen or done or know about. If there's anything Prime Time that you'd like to share with our dear, sweet, lovely imaginary audience, or we can go and you can think.
I'm gonna say Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. That's gonna be my recommendation. So
I like
that's what I'm going for. So
you got me. I'm watching. I'm very excited.
Joey's sold for sure.
I'm very excited.
It's
probably on HBO, right?
It's not on HBO. It's on DC Universe.
DC Universe.
It's not on HBO Max.
Damn it.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out.
you're gonna have to either give up the $8 to $10 for DC Universe or find
like, the
an
month.
alternative. Yeah, for a month.
I'm gonna figure this out. We're gonna
Yeah.
get there. We're gonna get
You
there.
might be able to like just buy it if you wanted to do that. Like, but I don't know if you wanted to do that.
Maybe in January. It's
Yeah.
December
I feel
is
you.
tight.
I feel you. I feel you.
Right? Boy. Shawnee, do you have anything you'd like to share with our dear, sweet, lovely Imaginary audience this week?
Yeah. I got a vinyl record in the mail, and I was like, "Who sent me this record?" I'm sure it's a gift or something, probably for the holidays. And I had to ask Joey if he sent it, and it was from Joey. So thank you, dude. This vinyl that I got is the Back to the Future. It's the, I guess, the
You're covering the
soundtrack?
mic. There you go.
Sorry.
Yes.
The soundtrack. So sorry. The soundtrack for it. So it's got like all the songs from like Huey Listen to the News and some of the Marvin Berry and the Starlight songs from the end of the movie. But it's super cool. But I had to laugh to myself because it includes like the poster or the flyer from the movie Save the Clock Tower.
Oh, that's awesome.
But this is the coolest part, is like it legit has Jennifer's number on the back, like 555 I love you. So Joey, thank you so much for the vinyl. I had to ask you if you sent it to me. But yeah, this is I think Joey last year sent me the original the score pretty much for Back to the Future. So
Alan Silvestri, right?
Yeah, Alan Silvestri score. So it's super cool, and I have another addition to the Back to the Future collection. I'm kind of putting I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, as you probably
I was about to ask that.
yeah. So which I'm surprised I haven't collected like the all the like DeLorean models and stuff, but I do have a DeLorean model somewhere on my shelf here. So
you got the Lego, right?
I have the Lego, and I was like legit in Walgreens the other day, and I just like peeked their toy section, and I was like, oh, there's a little DeLorean right there. I have to get that real quick. So, but yeah, that's just some vinyl. And then for all your gamers out there, I am playing Cyberpunk 2077 this weekend, and it drops tomorrow. But I'm hopefully going to play it after this podcast because I guess I can play it with the.
Did you do the
pre-download, all that stuff?
All right, then you should be good to go at 9, dude.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. And it's an open world RPG game in some cyberpunk world. So hopefully that should be kind of crazy, and love to escape reality every now and then. So yeah, but that's pretty much my shares for this week. Some vinyl and some gaming. There you go.
Love it. It's very good.
Joey, what do we got this week for you, man? What are you sharing this week?
I saw David Fincher's new film Mank on Netflix, starring Gary Oldman as Herman Mankiewicz, or as the movie posits, the only writer of Citizen Kane. I love Citizen Kane, big Orson Welles fan. I have seen other versions kind of this story. There's RKO 281, I believe is the name of the movie, which is an HBO original film where Liev Schreiber is Orson Welles and John Malkovich plays Mankiewicz. Wells is a character very off to the side in this movie. It's mainly about Mankiewicz kind of recovering from a broken leg, and you see him kind of in disparate scenes his feud with William Randolph Hearst, and why he goes on to write Citizen Kane. And
cool.
But it's kind of your typical, he's a drunk writer, and that is fun. That is a lot of fun, and it's right up my alley. But the movie is good. It feels a lot longer than it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I think it's 2 hours and like 11 minutes. Something. I felt like a 3.5 hour movie. Like it felt pretty long. It felt like what The Irishman actually is.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
How's Gary Oldman in the role though? Like,
he's good. I mean, I gotta watch it again. Maybe I was just kind of like, this is good. This is good, but it's also like, I looked afterwards. I kind of did the tally. I think I've only seen 7 movies released in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Which, you know, last year I saw a ton of movies. It was a very good year for movies, and this year I'm like, this is one of the more exciting releases, and I was just kind of, yeah, it was good, you know. Alicia and I looked at each other after it was over. I was like, "What'd you think?" She's like, "Yeah, it's good." I was like, "Yeah, it's good." We really haven't much more to say. You know, it's just kind of like, all right, you know.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Mank on Netflix. Let me know what you think.
Nice.
There we are.
Cool, man.
Prime Time, would you like to plug your show, your shows, and where can we find you on the internet?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it really easy. I'm not gonna go through and list all 2,500 shows that I'm on. You can find everything that I'm on at www.t13media.com. You can also find all of the individual what's the word I'm looking for? Social media accounts. But for my social media, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Prime Time Travvy T. That is Instagram has 2 V's. Twitter has 1 V because Twitter's trying to hoe me. So it's hashtag get Travvy the V. I've been really trying to get that over. Hashtag get Travvy the V, but they're not doing it because it's 1 letter too long. My at name for Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying because Travvy is like, to me, Travvy is TRAVVYT. So now, but now it's just TRAVYT, and I hate it. I'm so mad.
Do you feel like a Travy?
Yeah, that's how it. Yes, that's what I feel like it's pronounced Travy, and I hate it.
Yeah.
So petition Twitter to get me an extra letter on my username.
Come on, Twitter. Let's do this.
Yeah, whoever owns Twitter, just like tweet at them.
Yeah.
I don't even know who owns Twitter. The Twitter man.
The Twitter.
I don't know. Dorsey? Is it a Dorsey name?
I don't know. I'll Google it.
All right. Let's get that going.
It is Jack Dorsey.
Yo.
Look at you, Batman, knowing everything.
Well, you know, my supercomputer, my Bat computer, tells me all. I did name my phone the Bat phone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Your new iPhone?
You get to name it. Name
the
Bat phone.
Do you have any Batman backgrounds and screensavers?
I do, actually. It's
doesn't surprise me.
It's Adam West with the shark. You see?
That's even better.
Sick. That's cool.
And the helicopter up top. Yeah. Anyway.
I feel like you're a little too broody for Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
But you're more
animated universe Batman.
I needed that. I really needed that tonight. You have no idea how badly I needed that tonight. Jonathan, where can we find more of your work on the net this week, my friend?
You guys can find me on Instagram at SeanDayMusic and on my website, SeanDayMusic.net. Gotta get that .com
Someday.
Someday. But yeah,
Someday.
You guys find me on there. Joey, where can we find you on the internet?
You can check me out on Twitter, Joey Parati, and on my website, joeyparatyscripts.com. You can check out the show at Top 5 Pod. It's TOPFIVE 5 POD on Instagram, on Twitter, at gmail.com, on YouTube, and on Facebook at Top 5 Podcast. We're on Apple Music, Google Play, and SoundCloud. So please give us a like, give us a listen, give us a follow, give us your love, and we will give you, Sean,
all the greatness. And
he's never prepared. Every week we do this, and he's never prepared.
I'm just glad you didn't say me.
Until next time, I'm Joey Prawn.
I'm Sean Day.
And I'm Travvy T.
Thanks for we go.